All right, welcome. Today we're going to talk about how to handle a critical wife or a critical husband. If you discover that your wife's or your husband's best way or easiest way of communication or best, most chosen, most the preferred way of communication is criticism, what do you do? How do you handle such a relationship? Yeah, so when I say I'm going to share with you how to handle a critical wife or a critical husband, I want you to know that when I mean handle, I'm not saying you're going to please them. I'm not saying they're not going to be mad at you. I'm not saying they're not going to continue to criticize you. But what I want to give to you is number one, how you will not be sucked into the same negative cycle such that your marriage tends to destruction. How you prevent yourself from being sucked into that negative cycle. That's one thing I'm going to share with you. The next thing I'm going to share with you is how to make sure that this behavior does not continue longer than it needs to. All right. So what I'm going to share with you will reduce the criticism over time, not immediately, over time, because we're going to stop the benefit of it. So one thing, it will stop you from joining and becoming negative and using your own preferred way to protect yourself or to attack. You won't do that. And then I'm going to show you what to do such that your marriage does not break down because of the continuous criticism. So we try to slow that down and stop it if possible, but not immediately. It's going to take time. This one will take a period of time because you are going to be following a specific habit and find ways to prevent this from continuing. Right. So we'll do examples for men and for women, and this is not going to be very long, but I want to remind you that in order to do this effectively, which is something that you must do if you want your marriage to work, there are certain foundational stuff that you need to know. I'm going to assume them for this discussion, but if you want to know how to get them, you can of course watch other videos that are connected to this. So if you have a person, a wife that is always criticizing you, and she's criticizing your actions, she's criticizing your behavior, she's criticizing your character, and after a while you get frustrated. And the two ways that people would react to that, so either male or female, there are two ways that people would generally react to that. It's either you keep quiet and just shut down and not respond, or you attack back. And most times people do both. They start one way, and if it doesn't work, they try the other way. Now, both ways don't work. So if you attack back, you are just trying to say that, you know what, I'm just a selfish person. I don't like to get correction. So that's what's going to happen. So you wonder, why will a person be critical all the time, every time? Nothing is ever right. You are never right on anything. Why is that so? The reason why that is so is because they have this thing in their heart, this picture in their mind, how they want life to be. And they are always disappointed that the life that they want, they dream of, they're not able to get it from you, and they're not able to get it by themselves. And so they figure out who are they going to take it out on. It's a blaming thing. And so they find the nearest person who would accept the blame, and they pour it on them. And they don't pour it on you, they'll pour it on the government. They don't pour it on the government, they can pour it on the pet, or on their in-laws or their neighbors. These people are just blamers. The reason why they do that is because somehow in their past they have figured out that if I don't take responsibility for problems in my life or mistakes that things that don't work well in my life, then I don't feel bad about it. And so they are in the habit of taking out their frustration on other people. Now, when someone criticizes you over and over and over again, the reason why you also want to either fight back or withdraw to your shell is because you figure that if you feel attacked, and you figure that I need to defend myself and make her know that what I'm doing is not what she's saying about me. It's not correct. I have my brains are working. I'm a good person. I'm not a failure, a useless person like you think. Right? So you either doing that whether as a man or a woman, you feel the same feelings. If someone is always trying to put you down, you will try to prove yourself to be something. This is why I said there is a foundation that it's important to have, which is your confidence in who you are, your confidence in yourself, of what God has called you, who God has called you, and who God has made you to be. You need to know that, and you need to be so confident in that. Now, if you are not confident in that, you're not confident in the fact that you are a good man or a good woman, a blessing to any marriage. If you're not confident in that, you're going to always find yourself trying to defend yourself and say, I didn't do that. I can do better. And you try to impress. If you find yourself in that, you don't need to try to handle your spouse at this point. You need to ignore the problem and build yourself first. It will take maybe a couple of months to build your confidence in the fact that you are a person that is valuable. And while you're doing that, you work on refusing to engage in negativity. If you can do that, you will not be watching this video. You're watching this video because that part of your life is not been dealt with yet, which is the part that makes you a strong man that refuses to be moved by other external contributions into or opinions of you. You know when you've done wrong and you're ready to change it, but you also know when someone is making a judgment of your character, and you have the one who created you as the real judge of your character. So that's the way you handle it as a man. As a woman, it's a bit harder because most women are just you want to the culture, the community, and life as a whole makes you want to get more approval or just support and being built up by your husband. And so when you have a husband that's very critical, it's a lot, I can say most times a bit harder to do what I just told you to do as for women, but you have to do it. It's the same solution to the same problem. Other than you can say that, look, these words that you are speaking are negative, and I don't think I want to engage in that right now. Now, it's going to make the thing get worse. Yes, at the moment, and that's to prove to you that it's working. All right. If you say that to your husband and it goes ballistic, but not violent, so that's important. It goes really crazy. No, you're doing this, you're disrespectful. Don't worry about it. If you can consistently refuse to engage in discussions that make you look smaller, that try to diminish you, that try to make you feel less than God has made you, eventually it will stop. Why? Because he's not getting the result that he wants. So that's it for today. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about how to handle contempt. It's similar. It's the same concept. It's always going to be the same concept, which is to offer love rather than to join in the negative cycle. It's to offer love rather than join in this negative cycle. So if this has been a blessing to you, please put in the comment below. If you have experienced this and you feel that you are never right, there's nothing you do that is ever right, and even if you say that I see that what you're saying, what you're saying to me is destructive. Is there something that I do right? Is there something that I do right? That's a good question you can ask. Is there something that I do right? It's like putting up the mirror. That also puts up the mirror. And so things like that help to get your spouse to see that their behavior is destroying the marriage, and it's not necessary, right? So if you can do that, then you're blessed. You're blessed. So everything we're going to do is going to be in that light, that we're going to shine the mirror, and we're going to let God work in the life of your spouse. All right, so that's it for today. May the Lord bless you and keep you, and may you experience God's wisdom as you continue to stand for your marriage and work on it so that it doesn't break down. The Lord bless you. Sorry if you have not yet subscribed to my channel and this has been a blessing to you, your watch up to this time, please do subscribe and share with your friends. If you want more help, go in the comments and book a call with me, or sign up for my masterclass where I teach more of this, and I can answer your questions like practical, specific to you. It's going to be online on Zoom, and you will be blessed, because I'll show you exact steps you can use to transform any marriage and build it from scratch as a believer. All right. The Lord bless you, keep you. Until we meet again tomorrow, continue to love like Jesus and make mega impact.